Eclipse. The night over Frankfurt becomes the perfect cover. The escape from the hotel goes more smoothly than expected. In the eyes of the Stasi, the illusion that the commander is isolated and helpless turns out to be their greatest weapon. What appears to be an inescapable net feels almost childish to someone who has survived far worse battlefields. Their over-reliance on electronic surveillance also gives Dandelion the perfect opportunity to shine. Kalina and Task Force Defh have been waiting at the hidden rendezvous point on the outskirts for some time. Familiar faces bring a fleeting sense of warmth, but everyone knows the road ahead is still shrouded in darkness. Kalina is the first to rush forward the moment she spots the commander. Her steps falter slightly, her eyes filled with undisguised worry and relief, and a trace of frustration at their recklessness. "Commander, do you know how worried I..." 1,000 words surged to her lips, only to choke in her throat. She wants to scold them for their recklessness. She wants to tell them how afraid she has been. But standing here, I realize, no, I'm just kidding. Seeing them alive despite the exhaustion, all those emotions collapse into a single trembling sentence. "I'm glad you're safe." The commander looks at her. The recent days of constant strain have left her pale and even more haggard than before. They can sense the suppressed agitation and relief in her voice. "I'm sorry, Kalin. I made you worry this whole time." They reach out, intending to pat her shoulder like before, but seeing how worn she looks, their gesture softens. Instead, they rest a hand gently on her shoulders. The motion is awkward but sincere. Kalina lightly punches their chest, her tightly furrowed brows finally easing. "Welcome back, Commander." The commander smiles faintly. "I'm back, Kalin." Their gaze lingers briefly before sweeping across the rest of the group. Tokarev and the others stand nearby, looking equally overjoyed to be reunited with the commander. Ooh, Neural 3. "Commander, you..." "Sorry, everyone." "Huh?" "I heard from Kalina. You all went through a lot to find me. This was all because of my own selfish decisions." "No, not at all. We believe in you. You put your faith in us. We're only returning that faith. So please, don't apologize. We're happy to help you." Tokarev smiles with a hint of shyness. Compared to her earlier days in Griffin, she now carries herself with quiet confidence. The commander cannot help but smile, taking pride in how far she has come. "Thank you, everyone. I'm able to stand here again thanks to you. Time is short, so I'll keep this brief. Dandelion should have already synced the situation and mission plan to all of you." "I have indeed." "Huh? Miss Tarnegate is Miss Dandelion? I thought it was a pet the commander brought." "The commander couldn't bear to part with me, so they turned me into this." "Hey, don't poke me." Dandelion smacks away M16's hand and climbs along the commander's leg to perch on their head. "Come on, it's just a pat." The commander clears their throat, cutting off the tomfoolery. They hand Kalina a tactical tablet, which clearly marks out Faraday's facilities and Griffin's planned attack routes. "Now, I'll walk you all through the plan." The group immediately settles down as the commander grows serious. "I've been trying to insert Dandelion into their system since the day Javier found me. We can find what we're looking for once she gets inside." "That's an absurd request, you know. Government systems are mostly isolated, and you didn't even know what you were looking for. Without me, that would have been impossible. Thanks to some internal help, we managed to locate a set of coordinates. Dandelion and Defh sent them to you." "You mean that factory?" "It was a clue that had to be uncovered layer by layer. While I was dealing with things, you infiltrated it. From there, Dandelion traced upstream, Back to the source. We have confirmation that the factory used to be Oberstein's research facility in Frankfurt. Now, it's been reactivated by William as his base. That's where we are heading next. Compared to what we have done before, this is almost too simple. The commander's expression hardens. Frankly, this plan is rough. We don't have time for refinement. This opportunity may vanish at any moment. If we miss it, we may never get another. We strike like lightning, catch William and the Earl off guard. We must launch the attack before they realize I have escaped. Our objective is twofold. First, the factory Dandelion found is just one branch. There are definitely more. Once inside the base, Dandelion will hack the system and locate all remaining branches. Then we split into two teams. One eliminates those branches, the other ensures the base is destroyed and completes the decapitation strike. This is our best chance, and probably our only one. Defy, M16, you are with me on the assault. AN-94 opens her mouth as if to speak, but ultimately says nothing. Squad Tokarev, you are with Kalina. She has your detailed objectives. She will brief you on the way. Understood. Kalina, I am entrusting the cleanup to you. The commander pats her shoulder, then turns away without looking back. The covert vehicle carrying the commander and Task Force Defh moves like a shadow along the silent road. M16 reports that external comms jamming has been destroyed. From now on, the base is completely isolated. AK-12 speaks casually while driving. I wonder how the host will feel about our visit. Any response from internal security? Everything seems to be normal. AN-94 watches the monitors closely. No alerts. It's too quiet. The commander taps the armrest, thinking. William's arrogance is our opening. He's sitting at the center of the trap, waiting for prey to walk in. He won't believe anyone could bypass his defenses. The vehicle stops at the concealed ventilation entrance. Commander, the lab is ahead. Also, 404 reports the factory assault is progressing smoothly. Good. The commander draws their Makarov pistol, disengages the safety and chambers around. At their signal, AK-15 kicks open the heavy metal door and aims her weapon deep into the room. But they are greeted not by the enemy, that consumes their thoughts day and night. In fact, no Paradeus personnel is present at all. There are only two figures in the spacious laboratory. Under the moonlight, the commander sees their faces. The Earl, and behind him, Javier, with a strange look on his face. The lights snap open, revealing dozens of soldiers in URNC uniforms, the rifles trained upon the commander's party in perfect formation. It is indeed a trap, but not set by William. Drop your weapons, Commander. The Earl's voice is steady, yet faintly weary. It ends here. Where is William? The commander's voice is dry. An unspeakable feeling wells up in their chest. What is the meaning of this? He's gone. The Earl shakes his head. Half an hour ago, he contacted the URNC. He reported a rogue former Griffin commander planning a terrorist attack on this former Stasi facility. He abandoned everything. The commander growls with clenched fists. Their nails dig into the skin of their palms, leaving bloody grooves. Yes, in exchange for stopping the attack, he surrendered his facility, his research, and private forces. The URNC government is also given full authority to prosecute you. The commander staggers internally. William never intended to fight them. How could that be? Impossible. He gave up Lunacia? The Earl frowns. He did take some personal projects with him. The URNC government cannot interfere with that. You... The commander tries to rush forward, but is restrained by the soldiers that have them surrounded. The truth has finally dawned on them. William has easily deprived them of their costly vengeance through politics. He plays victim and hero, while the commander becomes the lunatic whose willfulness threatens the URNC's security. William exits the stage untouched, disappearing further behind the curtains, taking his precious Lunacia with him. Earl, The Earl simply shakes his head and turns away, not looking at the commander again. William has won. The commander has permanently lost the chance to personally deliver his punishment. The flame of vengeance sustaining them is extinguished by cold reality. Is this another bad ending? They slowly lower their gun. The members of Task Force Defh watch on with indignation, but eventually they decide to obey. Cold handcuffs close around the commander's wrists, locking away all their rage, hatred, and bitterness. Commander, you will be transferred out of Frankfurt soon. Then comes a long investigation. They have lost, not to any enemy on the battlefield, but to the rules of the world that they have been trying to so hard to defy, to the politics that they so despise. And William's shadow will haunt the commander for the rest of their life, while they will never be able to lay a finger on him. End. Surely not, right? This possibility is extremely unlikely, but not entirely impossible. After the factory assault, the Earl might not realize what's coming, but William definitely would. In 1 in a billion odds, he might choose to avoid confrontation entirely and report you instead. If that happens, you truly have no counterplay. Fortunately, if he were that rational, none of this would have happened in the first place. This is just for reference. Don't overthink it. Now try again.